also noticed you went and got yourself an MBA. Was that right out of college, or did you go to work for a while?
No, I went to, I interned at IBM in Chicago. And so I came back to Chicago, and actually my mom was dying of cancer, and so she and my dad married for 32 years. So I was really fortunate that I had that opportunity with an internship at IBM. They gave me a job offer, so I came back to Chicago to help my dad and my mom's transition, actually. And so I lived with my dad. Like most kids, like graduate from college and get out. I went back home. I did the opposite. I went back home, and my dad and I took care of each other for about 4 years. And then I was really fortunate. I got a full ride to go get my MBA at Kellogg, and so I did that.
And what was your focus there?
Marketing. Yeah, really interested in marketing, and I was a marketing rep at IBM, sold large systems, in the distribution area for IBM, like True Value Hardware Store, and lots of folks that were really trying to upgrade their systems to be more automated and innovative at the time. And so I wanted to, what I wanted to do was think about how I could get ahead of that sales cycle. I was already selling somebody else's product idea. I wanted to come up with the product ideas.
So at some point in time, you decided to make a change out of that, right?
Yeah,
Your
I sure
sounded
did.
like it was going pretty well, and you decided to make a switch. What happened there?
Yeah, so it's interesting. So when I moved back from Minneapolis to Chicago, I kind of had one of those reckonings where I moved back home and go back to the communities where I grew up. And it was one of those moments of, was it this bad when I was growing up, or has it gotten worse? And honestly, I think it was a combination of the two. And I was started to get involved in programs. I got on the board of City Year. I got on the board of a wonderful program called the Abraham Lincoln Center, working on a big welfare to work project. And honestly, I fell in love with that work. It just felt much more gratifying to me than helping Kraft come up with their next cheese product. Call me crazy. So I actually, talked to some friends and met some folks who work for the city of Chicago, and decided to leave Kraft and go work for the city of Chicago for a year. And folks, stopped me in my tracks and said, "What are you doing?" My dad thought I was nuts. Right. But, it was, I just really wanted to figure out how I could leverage my education background and my business background to make an impact in some way.